might have been.
Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba. Watch it, watch. Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Market Watch Wednesday, making money while we sleep, riding the roller coaster together, stacking stocks and coins each week. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba da da. Ba 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 da ba ba da ba.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Cooper's Thai Adventures Market Watch Wednesday with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder.
Brock Snitter, come on, get it right.
I love to confuse the hell out of him. He never knows what I'm going to say.
Never.
Right, guys, let's get started straight with the show because there's a lot to go over with you today. Bitcoin, crypto, all down. Bitcoin was at 95 this time last week, roughly, and now it's sitting at 88.8.
Yep.
What's happened?
We got sucked in thinking it was going up.
We did. What the hell happened?
Tariffs.
Tariffs.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now,
Trump acting up with Greenland, threatening tariffs in Europe, and same old, and the markets. Now, I will say, I think it's a great buying opportunity.
it's a good buying opportunity if you're sitting on some cash.
Well, hopefully we all are.
Yeah. However, what's happened is let's start it. Rewind a little bit, folks. Initially, the U.S. government did tit for tat on tariffs. Whatever countries were charging us, we decided we were going to charge them the same or very near the same.
Reciprocal
Tariffs. So we're playing on a level playing field.
Yep.
I got no problem with that. Okay. Yes, in the short term, it's going to raise prices, everyday prices for my American friends. That is a downside of the tariffs.
Maybe.
But it will help the American manufacturers. So it's a two-edged sword. You know, its downside is it's gonna hurt you a little bit more in the pocket. The other side of the sword, it's gonna help production keep their jobs and be able to compete with foreign imports that were underpricing them, and a lot of job losses. So there's good and bad in that. And I said from the beginning on this show, I am not a Trumper, never have, never will be. And if he ever screwed up, I'll be the first to say it. Well, he screwed up. Here's what he's done. He has now put tariffs that are going to go into effect from February 1st on several European countries. Yeah, because he wants Iceland and Denmark.
Greenland.
Greenland. Sorry. What did I say? Iceland?
Here.
Jesus.
What other countries is he going after? Canada?
Yeah, he can have that one.
Yeah.
But no.
The 51st state.
All joking aside, Brooke. Yeah, he wants Greenland. And Greenland's not for sale. It's owned
Not yet.
by Denmark.
They haven't had the price talked.
Denmark is a sovereign nation. It is a EU country. Okay. Denmark has said it's not for sale at any price. The Greenland people went out and protest, over 85% turnout. You don't get 85% turnout for nothing in the world. You know, that is a huge turnout. Said, we do not want to be Americans. Well, that's the right, Brooke. Here's where he went wrong. By going after other EU countries such as France, Belgium, Holland, Germany, and Denmark to put pressure on Denmark to come to the negotiating table and sell Greenland is wrong. That is absolutely wrong. I will call it what it is. Then he went after England. England's not even a member of the EU, Brooke. They left the EU several years ago. I voted in the referendum in England to leave the EU. I did.
Wow.
Because I thought that the EU was an unfair trade practice. And it still is today. It hasn't changed. You know, Ursula von der Leyen is the worst thing to ever hit the planet. She's the worst EU president ever, in my opinion. And she is completely 100% anti-crypto. Doesn't want it, won't allow it. If you have it, they'll debank you.
The EU is failing. Let's just leave it at that.
It is. It's a failed nation.
Yeah.
And for Trump to do this, in my eyes, is illegal. Why? How can you go after other countries that have nothing to do with it? This is between one country and the US, Denmark. Does Denmark want to sell? No. End of story.
Yeah,
it's over.
When you look into it, Denmark doesn't really own Greenland. Okay.
Why?
Why?
Tell me why.
Well, how did they come to own it?
Okay.
Let's just get one thing straight here. Point, counterpoint. Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Trump.
I love these arguments.
Trump is a lot of bluster. And I think when you read his book, The Art of the Deal, you start off with a grandiose idea that
we'll get to the point. Come on, let's. I want to hear.
The point is this: he's threatening to take over Greenland to get a better deal, and he will. He'll get a better deal on Greenland. He won't end up owning it, I'm sure, but
he'll be impeached.
What?
He'll be impeached. I'm sorry.
For what?
Hostile takeover of another country.
Hey, learn one thing. Might is right. How many divisions has Greenland got? Well, good luck. You know what I mean?
He wouldn't go in with force.
No, I know.
No, that'll never happen. Both you and I can agree on that.
Yeah.
However,
no, he'll get a deal. He'll get a deal in Greenland. He's after I think he wants it as a check and balance on China and Russia.
Yeah.
So what's happening with global warming is that Northwest Passage is opening for trade routes. So you're going to see a lot of Chinese and Russian ships, including warships and all submarines and everything else going through those straits. And I think it's more of a counterbalance to have bases on Greenland, as well as, some of the minerals, probably the rare minerals and that, to have access to that. And, they're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
So, what's the big deal?
But however, Greenland, which is part of Denmark, and Denmark is in NATO, so therefore Greenland is protected by NATO under the NATO Charter.
Yeah.
Okay. They have the same power to activate Article 5 the same way that America activated Article 5 when New York was attacked And then they went after Saddam Hussein and all those in Afghanistan. Not Saddam Hussein, but Iraq. That was already another thing. That was Bush over oil. But they invoked Article 5 over it.
Okay.
Which is why in Iraq and Afghanistan, when I was there, there was a lot of NATO forces. There was Italian military. There was French. There was German. There was British. And there was American troops on the ground in both Iraq and Afghanistan when I was there.
Okay.
So Greenland is protected under the NATO Charter, which means which means if America wants, they can put a big base there.
They will.
So what is the difference between them putting a big base there and them owning the country outright? Tell me, if it's a defensive issue, if that is the main argument is for defense, build a freaking base there.
Yeah.
It follows under NATO. You are legally allowed to do so.
Let's not make much ado about nothing here. Let's just wait and see how it all turns out. So, it's caused some confusion on the markets with these tariffs. Let's, get back to reality here. And but there's some screaming buys out there, let's say, after last night. Markets were down, I think, over 800 on the Dow and 5 or 6 on the NASDAQ. The S&P was down 100 and some point. So, I mean, there's some screaming buys. And typically what happens when the markets drop like that, the good goes down with the bad. Yes, some of the stuff was overpriced, you might say, but if you're hanging on to silver and gold, you're probably doing okay as a hedge. You know what I mean? And we don't have any of that. But I mean, like Tesla down $18. Broadcom, another good buy, down $19. Google down $8. Nvidia down $8. Strategy down 13. That's a screaming buy.
Yes.
IBIT down 6%. Solana down 12%. So yeah, there's some screaming buys out there. Should you have money now? Some of us are fully invested, but I think tonight, if things don't rebound, I suspect they might rebound a bit tonight. But if they do continue to go down, I'll probably be ended up jumping in and get something.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, but yeah, let's just kind of wait and see on this Greenland thing. I'm not making a big thing about it. I kind of understand what Trump's doing. He's asking for the moon to end up getting small piece of the pie on a better deal, let's say.
But he's wrong. He is wrong. I got to call it, Brooke. He's wrong. What he's doing.
Well, he's wrong in your mind.
Well, it should be a negotiation between him and Denmark. It doesn't have
it will be
damn thing to do with the rest of the European countries, especially England, who isn't even a member of the EU. Why are you going after England, your closest ally, and hitting them with a 10% tariff? What have they done?
It's not going to happen.
Huh?
It's not going to happen.
It's supposed to go into effect February 1st.
Yeah. Lots of things are supposed to go into effect in 2 weeks. And you know what happens? They don't. Why? Because things get worked out.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well.
It's not a non-zero event.
Hopium. It's called hopium.
I could have that for Bitcoin. I don't know if I could have that for our current sitting president at all. Because I never know what the guy's going to do. I really don't. But
keeps everybody on edge, doesn't it?
It
keeps
does.
Them guessing.
Not good for the economy. But anyways,
economy is booming. Never been better. Okay. So the markets are one indication, but what's happening in there's getting to be the poor are getting poorer. Let's just say.
Yeah, that is true. Now,
unfortunately,
moving on along with the news. We were expecting to wake up this morning hearing the answer from the Supreme Court in regards to the tariffs. Correct. Are they illegal? Are they legal? Can the president do this? And here was the response that came out. Nothing.
Nada.
Nothing.
Zip.
Nope.
Zippo.
Nope. They had 3 rulings yesterday on Tuesday, the 19th of January. Was it 19th? What is today? I'm lost.
Today is the 21st.
Okay,
Wednesday,
Tuesday the 20th.
January
of January.
21st, 2026.
I stand corrected. Thank you, sir. Everybody was expecting a ruling, not even a mention of it by the Supreme Court. So I looked online to see when the next possible date we can get an answer. Reuters has it sometime in February.
Reuters,
however you want to pronounce it. Reuters.
Very good.
So they have it that it'll probably be sometime in February. I checked also on CNBC. They are saying it can still happen any day now, this month.
Why are you so wrapped up in this, whether the Supreme Court says yay or nay?
Because I'm not sure the first part is illegal. Okay, reciprocal tariffs. However, the second part definitely is, because a country will not sell land to you. To me, that's just flat out blackmail.
They won't what?
Because Denmark will not sell Greenland.
What's that got to do with the tariffs?
Because those are the new ones he wants to put in January the 1st. Those to me are definitely
I don't think
illegal.
that's anything to do with the Supreme Court.
No. But with the tariffs announcement on his True Social, that's why the whole market's down, Brooke.
Well, yeah. Okay.
So there's the relation between the two.
Short-term hiccup. These are what you want to see for buying opportunities during a year. There's only so many days where you get these tremendous drops where the good go down with the bad, and that's why it's good to have some dry powder and dip your toe in, get a little bit.
Yeah.
They do rebound, Coop.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the Supreme Court ruling on the tariffs, yeah, I know that's coming. I don't care when it comes. If it's against Trump, he's got a different way to put it on. He'll pull up some obscure law which allows him to do it. So much ado about nothing. They'll continue. He's not going to pay anybody back. Trust me on that. So, it's much ado about nothing. Life goes on. The economy is doing okay. It's going to continue to do okay.
Yeah.
Interest rates are coming down, thank heavens. I don't know when the next drop will be. It might not be for a while, but slow and steady wins the race. It's just, don't get panicky and, hang in there and you'll be okay.
If you're a believer in poly market, which is pretty accurate, they're predicting only a 30% chance that the Supreme Court sides with the U.S. government. 30%. So that means 70%.
Okay.
It ain't gonna pass. He ain't gonna get his own way, and he's gonna have to pay it all back.
No. Oh, no.
We shall see.
Yeah, we will.
We shall see. It's good to have a debate and two sides to the story. We like that, two different arguments, so you guys can make your own opinion.
Sure.
So moving on along, Clarity Act. Okay.
Yes.
Clarity Act.
That we need.
We need it desperately. Now, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, pulled the plug on the Clarity Act. He said, we no longer support it. Why? Because at the 72-hour before it was to be voted on in the committee stages, he noticed in there, and his lawyers noticed, like after 48 hours reading through it, it's a lot of pages, Brooke, a hell of a lot of pages, 280 pages to read through. And they noticed that there was a bit in there in regards to stablecoin and rewards. And he said, no.
Basically, it was all in favor of the big banks.
Yes.
When you read through it, you realize, hold it. They're wanting to make us the same as the big banks.
Yes.
In other words, we can't pay anything on staking. We can't pay anything on people buying our stable coins, like you would call interest, but it would be a payment on it.
Yeah.
And the reason the big banks are dead set against this is, number one, they're shit scared, that their model, how to make money, is going to collapse because they get all these trillions of dollars invested and they pay nothing. Okay. I keep money in a checking account. I get nothing on it. You know what I mean? As does thousands of people.
Right.
So where with stable coins, if you had a certain percentage of your money, you switch it into stable coins, they would pay you an interest on that. So that was negated in this current legislation, and that's why his nibs there at Coinbase backed off. Armstrong.
Brian,
So I think it remains to be seen. Hopefully, I mean, some people are saying it could be a 6 months to a year before they get it resolved. Other people are saying, no, let's get something. We'll get it soon. We can fix it later if we have to. And I tend to go with that second camp. Let's get something in place. Don't rule out the good for the perfect, so to speak. So let's get something in there. And if we need to address situations going forward, we can. But it's the problem without it, Coop, in my opinion, is, and you're seeing it with these swings in, say, Bitcoin. They're paper trading coins, to drop the price to liquidate shorts. Then they do the opposite to liquidate the longs. And, it's just like a wild west with no regulation. So we do definitely need it. So let's hope it comes.
And I agree with you 1,000% on that. And I agree with Brian Armstrong, too. I saw his interview on Squawk Box. It was a very good interview. And he made a very valid case. He said, there should be a fair and level playing field. If I can pay 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% interest to somebody that's holding a stable coin, the banks can do it too.
They don't want to.
But they don't want to.
Exactly.
They want to keep the money and pay you 0 interest or near 0 interest on your checking account. And it's wrong. I do agree. And he's saying, well, if the banks want to compete, well, then they should be paying the customers that interest rather than keeping it for themselves, and do like we do with the bond market. They're going to make their money on the bond market, except they're keeping it instead of passing it on to their customers.
So China has their own stable coin.
Yes.
And they are paying interest on their stable coin.
Correct.
So, I mean, you got to look at, it's a worldwide market, let's say. And if the U.S. ain't going to play the game, well, money, it will eventually gravitate to where the income is going to be.
Other countries.
And 20 years ago, China, you would have laughed at the yuan. Well, now they ain't laughing. You know what I mean? That country's jumping ahead, and it's going to keep going, I think. So, but I think, smarter heads eventually do prevail, and that it's not a matter of if, it's simply when. And they'll be allowed to, I'm sure, do some sort of staking and payment on that. So, we'll see. But it's just probably going to take time.
So I've watched plenty of news in regards to the Clarity Act. And the consensus that's coming out amongst the politicians and the bankers and the crypto companies, putting aside Brian Armstrong for a second, is let's get the Clarity Act passed. It's not perfect. It's 95% there. Let's get it passed. And once it's passed, we can then petition for changes to it. But we need it in now. And that's what they're saying. We need it in now, because if this gets swept under the table, it ain't going to happen.
No, there's bipartisan support. So
while there's bipartisan support before the midterms in November, while you have that support right now, do it. Okay? Because if you have the Democrats win the midterm and take control of the House and the Senate, chances are you're going to have Elizabeth Warren in charge of the Finance Committee. She will be. I guarantee it. Okay? That's the end of it. That's the end of it. She is 1,000% against crypto. Okay? Don't know why. She's a nice old lady. I got nothing against her personally. But she's 1,000% against crypto and for the banks. So we need to get this passed. I think that they should allow this to go through with the 95% and then argue for it at a later date.
That we agree on.
because there are trillions of dollars from big banks waiting to get into crypto, waiting for it, but they need that regulation. They can't do it. Their hands are tied. They want in. You know, Chase wants in. Morgan Stanley want in. Cantor Fitzgerald want in. Bank of America wants in. They all want in, but their hands are tied right now. We need to get that passed. And if we can, it's looking pretty good that it's going to go ahead this month. So Brian Armstrong was on Squawk Box just yesterday saying he is in Davos and he is talking to a lot of the big banks that they could come to some sort of consensus.
Well, let's hope so.
Yeah. The other piece of big news, the final piece of big news, MicroStrategy.
Okay.
Michael Saylor went out.
Did he buy more Bitcoin?
No, he bought a ton of Bitcoin.
Oh, not more, a ton.
A ton. And as a matter of fact, he bought the biggest that they've ever bought in any given week since inception of strategy or MicroStrategy.
I wonder if he knows something.
That's what I'm thinking. How much did he buy? $2.1 billion of Bitcoin.
23,000, wasn't it?
23,000
coins.
They now have 709,000 Bitcoin on the balance sheet.
Isn't that a nice little piece of cake?
So they own over 3.4% of the total amount of Bitcoin that'll ever be mined. Given that 5 million are missing and will never be recovered, including Satoshi's 1 million.
He's 4.5%.
So he is closer to 5% than 3%. And that is a fantastic amount. So when the markets do stabilize, I'm expecting MicroStrategy to run like a son of a gun.
Yeah, it'll take time.
If this Clarity Act gets passed this month,
it'll be a plus. But
yeah, there's a agreement on the tariffs, let's say. I think there's a very good chance for Bitcoin strategy and the alts to run, because the alts, Bitcoin's down 3.5% so far this month.
Yeah,
alts are down 5% plus. So fingers crossed. It's looking like there could be some positive news on the horizon. And let's get started with the live stream and see who we got online.
Oh man, Jack, good morning, CBD gang. Bitcoin was doing so well. It was, Jack. Feels like one of those games where you finally get closer to the top and the bottom falls out again. Hoping for a breakthrough soon. Yeah, just
we all
hang on. Yep. Yeah, they're still playing the games. And honestly, I think they'll keep playing it until legislation comes. The reason is they're making money. Every time they liquidate these longs, liquidate the shorts from playing the games, they make money doing it.
Of course, because there's no regulation to say they can't do it.
Exactly. So
that's why we need the regulation.
They're not going to quit it. Now, if Bitcoin would run, say there was a sovereign government announced or something dramatic was happening causing the price, well, then it doesn't matter what Binance and Wintermute try and do. You're going to get a big demand. Then you'll see the price probably spike. But until then, it's slow and steady maybe, and you're just going to see it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. Rick Price, good morning, y'all. Good morning, Rick.
Good morning, Rich, and thank you for having the badge next to your name. Helping to support the channel for only $2 a month. Much appreciated. And he goes on to say,
I had a gold ETF as a hedge. Thank goodness. Yeah, they've done well.
There you go. He went the other way, and in case one went down, the other went up.
I think that Robert Pierpont had his silver options, so they're doing well. Richard Woolley, good morning, good evening, everyone.
Good morning to you, Richard.
Wolf, man, Jack, good morning.
Good morning, Wolf.
Dave Stewart, good morning, CBD and everyone.
Good morning, Dave.
Robert Pierpont, tariffs affected most of the market, but not gold and silver, which were both up nice yesterday. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
I call it yesterday. It's Wednesday here already. Yep.
And I'm still expecting a flip from gold and silver into Bitcoin once this regulation gets passed with the Clarity
I think
Act.
it'll be more of Bitcoin catching up. Say, I don't know about flipping, but Wolf says, I bought some Solana. Well, that's a good buy. And Bitcoin, yep, good buy. And a few ETFs below my cost basis. So he was DCAing, lowering his cost base. Not as much as I would have liked, but with what I had to spend. Yeah, that's the issue.
Yeah. Don't go out of your comfort zone. Always stay within your comfort zone.
Richard Woolley, the English PM Prime Minister, said he was standing with the EU against America, which is why Trump included the Brits in the extra tariffs. Yeah, he's throwing them against anyone who's arguing against his Greenland takeover.
But they should be on the EU side. I would be on the EU side on this, and I'm an American, because I think that trying to blackmail other countries to put pressure on a third country that you want to sell their land to you is wrong. I'm sorry, it's wrong. It is. It's being a bully. It's playing the bully tactic.
Well,
and I don't like bullies.
What do you think China and Russia do?
But they can't bully America. America's too big. It's got the biggest military on the planet.
Thank heavens for that.
Even both of them combined would not be strong enough to take on America.
Well, we'll see, but thank heavens for that, if you're right.
Yeah. I mean, China's got one aircraft carrier. Russia's got 0. They had one aircraft carrier, but it's gone now. So, no. They've got no chance against the American military.
Robert Pierpont, we already have bases in Greenland, correct? See? We're able to do whatever we want in Greenland already. Okay.
Yes.
But what we couldn't do is take Greenland's resources. Yeah, well, that's maybe it. And that's 100% what it's really about. Robert's got a point. Like,
there is a very valid point.
Well, I still believe follow the money. You know what I mean? Like, why is all this happening? Why are they follow the money?
Because Greenland's sitting on a ton of rare earth minerals.
Correct.
That we need.
Correct.
And they're sitting on it, and they could freely go in and mine the hell out of it and take it.
Yep.
But
that'll be the deal.
Greenland wants to keep the country natural and beautiful, and therefore they don't mine it.
Yeah, well, get with the program.
Yeah. Or don't.
T. Meyer, good evening from Arizona. Hope you all are doing well. We are. Enjoy the beach for me. We do. People keep on DNC every month into DNC. DCA, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. Every month into Tesla, Bitcoin, and Sol. So that's good buys. We will printing money like the government in 8 to 10 years. Cheers. Yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed.
The Powell's printing like there's no tomorrow. I think he's injecting $800 billion into the economy.
Yeah.
Starting next week, starting Monday of next week. So
I think T. Meyer's referring to him with his portfolio being in Tesla, Bitcoin, and Solana, being able in 8 to 10 years to be like the government.
Yes.
He'll be
free
printing,
money.
He'll be printing the money.
Yeah.
Yes, correct, Amando. Rick Price. Davos, Switzerland, World Economic Forum, the WEF opinionators events going on Tuesday. Yeah. That's where the rich all get together and congratulate themselves on being so rich. And what are we going to do with the world now?
Oh, yeah.
Look out for those boys. Don't let them start running things. Richard Woolley, the biggest problem is crypto is screwed. Well, I would say the altcoins might be.
Some of the altcoins.
XRP's down to 191, Coop. ETH at 29.61.
ETH below 3,000.
Yeah.
Solana's
actually a good buy, I think, 127. So.
Yeah, I think ETH was down 5%. Bitcoin down 3.5%.
Yeah. Robert Pierpont, the U.S. operates one primary military base in Greenland, Pitafik Space Base, focused on space surveillance, missile defense, and Arctic research.
Yes.
Stemming from a long-standing defense agreement.
Correct.
Oh,
so they already have a base there.
Yeah.
What they're looking at now is putting a military airport there, runway.
Yeah.
Fine. Do it. You're part of NATO. You can. It can be a joint venture between Germany, France, England, and several other NATO countries, Italy included, Denmark, probably Sweden, Norway. That all could be part of it. And you can have a NATO base there. It is a sovereign NATO country.
NATO?
Territory, sorry.
NATO, what's that?
So they can do it. Just like America has a military base on Guam.
Okay.
Well, Guam is a American territory, overseas territory. So are several places in the Bahamas belong to England. Jamaica is a sovereign British territory. Okay. Hong Kong used to be a sovereign British territory. You know, Barbados was a sovereign British territory. The British government gave Barbados back to the people because they had a referendum and they no longer wanted to be under the umbrella of the Commonwealth. They were allowed to leave, no problem. Anybody can come and go. Anybody can go that's in, sorry. They have to be voted in to be part of the Commonwealth, like Canada and New Zealand and Australia are part of the Commonwealth. Any one of those could leave at any time. If your president decided, prime minister, sorry, decided we want to leave the Commonwealth, they could. Canada could at any time. But you're absolutely right, Robert. They've had that base there for a long time, and it's what we call a listening post.
Well, that was a nice history lesson.
Yes, I'm good at history.
808 Bear. True, Brooke, the middle class is being passed over, so the tensions are rising in the West. Yeah, the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah.
Rick Pease says the dollar is falling like a rock.
It is against the Thai baht right now. I must say that. It is falling hard against the Thai baht.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's still good to live here. You know, it's affordable, but yeah, the dollar is in trouble. Roger with a D. Oh, there he is. 23 billion tied up in shorts due the end of January. Okay.
Yeah. So there'll be more liquidity in the market.
Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor. Good morning, CBD and gang. Buy the dip.
Yeah.
That's always a good advice.
Exactly. If you can buy in less than what you originally bought in,
DCA
well, you're
down,
bringing your average costs down.
808 Bear. Also, silver and gold is always mined, whereas Bitcoin has a finite number. Yeah, if you need more silver, just dig deeper.
Yeah, and gold. And if you can't get it here, they'll be mining in outer space in the next 10 to 20 years.
Like if you hold gold and silver, probably hang into it. Shave a little bit. If it jumps anymore, maybe a little bit. But I don't know if I'd be entering now because I don't know how high it's going to keep going. And maybe it will. I'm more worried that you'd have a bubble burst than you'd have it to the upside, say. But,
well, China's looking to put a base on the moon for that main reason. They want to mine. They want to mine the moon.
Okay. Richard Woolley, the Supreme Court will rule the tariffs are perfectly fine. That's my opinion. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I do.
Well, of course you do.
I do. I'm on the opposite side of the fence
on
that. I agree with Polymarket. I think there's a 70% chance they're going to rule they're illegal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's just see. Maybe we should put a wager on that.
Okay. Cup of coffee.
2
cups of coffee.
I want odds. If I lose, I buy you 1. If I win, you buy me 2.
No, that's not fair and level trading.
You said it's 70-30 on the odds. So
I
you're
said that's
actually getting a
Polymarket.
benefit.
I didn't say that's Cooper and Brooke.
Well, no, we're using Polymart as the the base for this bet. I should get a 2-to-1 coffee advantage.
Why? Because you're older than me?
No, because you got a 70% chance of winning.
So says Polymarket.
Yeah. Oh, do you believe in Polymarket?
When the U.S. government says they're 100% certain they're going to win.
Okay.
So should I get a 2-for-1?
Well, which side do you want? Okay, I'll take the fact that they're root illegal, and we'll do a 1-for-1.
No, I'm on the legal side. Are you
No,
switching
no,
sides now? You're coming over to my
You're
side.
only going to give it 1-for-1 odds. I want the. All right, let's get on here. He doesn't understand odds.
Robert Pierpont.
We already got that. Oh, no, we didn't.
No, we didn't.
808. Silver has tons of uses, correct. It's consumed at the rate of 1.3 billion ounces per year, but apparently they only mine 1 billion, or they find 1 billion.
Yeah.
So they're they think they're in a 5-year deficit. But as the price goes up, there'll be less consumed typically, and there'll be more mined. You know, it'll be worthwhile. So we'll see.
And then you got countries around the world that are sitting on stockpiles of silver as well, and gold.
Yeah, you just got to remember, like silver and gold actually for 15 to 20 years did nothing.
Yeah.
And now they've had their day in the sun the last, what, 2-3 years. So, yeah, how high are they going to go? We'll see.
Well, do you remember going back a while? I think it was probably about 15 years ago. China flooded the market with cheap steel.
Yeah.
And drove the prices of steel for everybody else
Dumping.
down to near zero.
Yeah.
Well, they're also sitting on a huge stockpile of silver too.
And gold.
And gold. So if it raises too much, they'll just flood the market with it and make a huge profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently they were selling or have been selling their Bitcoin to load up on gold. So
yeah,
I think that's a mistake, but time will tell. Rick Price, gold supply growth is slow and predictable. Yes, gold is mined, but annual supply increase is only about 1 to 2% per year. That's less inflationary than many fiat currencies. I wouldn't equate fiat currencies at all with gold, other than, hey, gold is real and fiat is paper that's printed. So it doesn't cost anything to print fiat. Where you can mine even a 1 to 2% a year on gold is worthwhile. So you don't want to have paper money in your bank, guys, because its buying power is depreciating daily.
I agree.
Yeah. Rick Price, and unlike Bitcoin, gold supply can't suddenly spike because mining gets exponentially harder as deposits get deeper and more expensive. Yeah, but technology, guys, is improving all the time. Where they can mine deeper, they can, new ways of finding the gold veins. Hey, they get this moon mining or Mars mining going in 20, 30, 40, 50, look out,
Well, I mean, last year and the year before, China came out first, said they found a huge deposit of gold.
Yeah, as much as they own, apparently, or whatever.
More than what they actually own of gold they found to be able to mine.
You got the oceans, you got...
and then last year, the Middle East came out and said it. We just found a huge deposit of gold too, so... because they're getting, like you say, technology is advancing, and they have these new seismographs. They can detect where the gold actually is instead of digging at random spots, hoping to hit lucky. This technology is becoming more and more advanced every year, and they can just go out and spot exactly where the gold is and just mine it.
Robert Pierpont, silver is at 94.69.
It's going to break 100.
Hello. Yeah. The U.S. Mint is now selling 1 ounce silver eagles. Oh, Jesus, for 169 to 173. Don't be buying them. That's like, not quite double, but the spot. This should tell you what's happening, 80% over present spot price. The problem is when you buy the 1 ounce and then you say, a year, 2, 3, you want to go sell it, you take it to one of the, the coin stores, they're going to offer you maybe spot, maybe a little under, maybe a little over, but they're not going to offer us 80% over spot, guys. No. Trust me.
It's only because it's American.
Why would they? They'll buy jewelry, melt it down, and get the spot price there. Like, they're not going to overpay. So, be careful if you're buying that. I wouldn't be.
And I'm still expecting China anytime they can drop the hammer and just flood the market with silver.
Yeah,
because they're sitting on a huge deposit of it. That's what China does. They sit on huge deposits of minerals like copper, iron, steel, silver, gold, and as soon as the price goes astronomical, they flood the market and they make trillions and trillions and trillions of won.
I don't own silver or gold, but if I did, I might be shaving like 10% of my portfolio at that price.
Yeah,
it's gone up, and switch that immediately into what went down yesterday. Like some of those stocks I mentioned earlier, down $18, down 12% with this, Solana and Google
Tesla
dropped.
and-
Nvidia was a buy.
Yeah.
Like there's some buys out there, so you trim your huge winners. I'm not saying sell it all, but maybe you take 10% off the table and you flip it into something that's dropped tremendously.
Yeah, the overdropped.
You
Yeah.
obviously want to have good companies now, so
Yeah.
I think Tesla's a screaming buy right now.
I think MicroStrategy is even more of a screaming buy.
you know what, I was looking at buying a little more last night, and it's my biggest
Ditto.
holding, but I thought, oh shit, maybe I'll just buy 10 more shares, throw it in the TFSA and let it sit till the cows come home. Mike Doty and Little Mike, what's up, Cooper and Brooke? Do you need to put an investigation out on Alfa Romeo to find out how he cheats so successfully at go-karting? But I plan to beat his record.
Well, we were there, and we have it on video evidence. Thank you to Pinky. Okay, that he took out Giovanni,
who got second place, by the way.
Second
Probably
place.
was going to win.
He was ahead, gonna win. Romeo couldn't pass him,
Took him
so he
out.
took him out.
He took him out. There you
He
go.
cheated. We got it on film.
Oh, there you go. There's a reason. Okay.
Yeah, and Giovanni paid for dinner for everybody last night.
He did.
No.
What a guy. Lakeshore Drums. I bought up silver last week, pumped on 6 different miners, or jumped on, sorry. Okay, well, then you probably got in good because it's been jumping 2, 3, 4, 5% a day for the last.
Mara's doing very good.
Mara ain't doing the shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Not Mara. Who's the one you're big into, the miner? God, what are they called?
Huh? Mara.
Yeah,
I got Mara, but I'm down on Mara. I keep selling calls, so I'm getting my money back slowly. But the Bitcoin miner, yeah, the only one I own is Mara.
Hut 8 was it? The one I'm thinking.
Hut 8 was there. Clean Spark
Yeah.
was there. Riot was there. They've done not bad. Iron, that's been a big winner. But what's happening with the miners, Coop, is they're switching to kind of AI because they got the electricity, the energy. So they're combining with like AMD and Riot made a huge commitment together. So they're buying land. Riot is, and they're putting up new generating power. Let's say, and it's going to be all for these large language models through AMD for their chips and that. They're not forget the mining. They're switching it. So
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways, can't win them all. 808 Bear. True. Silver has industrial uses. Yes. Silver, when moneyed, will come down in price, but the easiest thing to transfer worldwide financially is a shop load of silver for a few seconds transfer via Bitcoin. Well, yeah, you can transfer Bitcoin. Pretty hard to transfer silver.
Or gold.
Yeah.
Or anything.
Yeah. You don't want to be taking it out of the country because, I mean, throw some jewelry on, some necklaces, some bracelets, you'll get away with it. But don't be putting coins in your pocket because they'll say, well, what are you doing with all these gold coins? You didn't declare them, sir. Sorry.
Yeah, and they'll seize them off you.
Yeah,
they
you
can't
don't
do
want
that with Bitcoin.
No.
It's on a wallet. They
Yeah.
can't touch it.
Or stable coins, guys.
Exactly.
Philip High says, this may be off topic, but what investments do you recommend for someone new to the game? Well, first thing I would do is recommend highly you research. So, take a few of the stocks or areas that you have interest in. You got to have interest in it because that'll keep you motivated, and then do your research on it. Now, don't be a trader. Invest for long term. That's my opinion. But main thing is just to do your research. Personally, starting off, I would look at Tesla, some Bitcoin, and again, you're doing long term, and they're both good buys right now, I think.
Yeah. AI would be a good place.
AI is your Tesla, guys.
Yeah, that's Tesla and NVIDIA because everybody needs the chips. All the latest cars, all have to have these chips. So NVIDIA, semiconductors is another way of the future. Look at the future. Where's the future going? Which way is the future going? Well, it's going towards digitalization of currencies. It's going towards AI, autonomy, robots. All these things would be good things to look at for investing in the future.
Yeah.
Including Bitcoin.
Yep.
Because
you research
because there's a finite supply of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
There's only ever going to be 21 million mined, ever.
So when you pick a stock or you're thinking of a stock, Philip, research the hell out of it, because you will sleep better at night when you understand it completely. Therefore, if it drops, you're not panicking, and when it jumps up, you're not doing the opposite, like selling. You know, don't sell. Like so with your winners, you want to buy and hold and keep for long term. So, I mean, with my Tesla holding, I can't see me selling that even 10 years from now, because I think it'll be a 10x 10 years from now and just keep going. And similar with Bitcoin. So, well, yeah. But the point is, when you don't understand what you own and markets drop like they did yesterday, the average person can panic sell. And guess what? He bought up here and he sold there. Why? Because he didn't understand what the hell he owned and he panicked.
Yeah.
So. Snowbird says, hello from Alaska. Had to hook up 2 additional Huskies to the sled to get over here in time for the show. And hit the like button and make Darlena smile.
Aren't
what
you
a good guy.
Snowbird? Thank you
Snowbird,
for hitting the like button.
2 additional Huskies. He's probably got he had 6 or 8 of them on there, and now he's got 2 more. So a little more mouths to feed.
Yeah. So do us a favor, everybody on the live stream right now, pound the thumbs up. And if you're watching on the replay, pound it too. It counts. Get us over to 100 likes.
I was up in Yellowknife in the Northwest Territories. And when you were on the outskirts, you saw these mushing teams, like the Huskies.
Yeah.
Individual cages outside in the snow. But, you know, that's, so they're.
My favorite dog, Husky.
Yeah.
I'd love to have one.
Beautiful.
But I think Thailand's a bit too hot to have
Scotty
one.
Caswell, I think he's in Pennsylvania still. I'm freezing my ass off and the markets suck. Otherwise, all is well. Looking forward to be back in the land of smiles when's he coming?
I have no idea.
I think it's June.
Oh, well, not long.
Yeah, well,
okay.
He's been away a while.
Yeah, good to have you back, Scotty.
Yes, Scotty. Philippi, please forgive me for getting my manners. Hello to you both, Darlene, and everyone in the chat. I hope and pray that all is well with all of you. Yes, it's great here in the land of smiles.
It is. And for those that don't know and new to the channel, Darlene is my wife and our channel moderator. She's in the room next door, keeping all the bad people out of the chat, making sure we don't get any bad people in there.
Mike Doty and Little Mike, once rates get better, the dollar will get stronger, I think. Freaking Mr. Powell needs to go now.
He's on the borrowed time. He's got, what, 3 months left?
Good old Jerome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, just over 3 months left.
Robert Pierpont, Blakester Drums. These could be great plays. I haven't got into the miners yet. I'll probably pick up some call leaps on some miners. Yeah, okay. Mike Doty and Little Mike, Brooke has a point. Give him double if he wins.
No.
Yeah, okay. See,
no.
He has no faith in his betting ability.
No, Mike, or Little Mike, or Big Mike, or Medium Mike. No. Even bet.
I just
you gonna take it?
Nope.
Yeah, see, you don't have any faith in it.
Not for even money. Not when the odds are 70-30 in your favor.
And the government says it's 100% certain they're going to get their way. So where's my odds?
Is that on the betting thing? The poly market? That's what you can bet on the government 100% to win?
No,
next, please.
Never.
W Secrets to Success. Hello, gents. This market is tripping, but I do understand the USA political climate is driving the ups and downs, sadly.
It is.
Yep.
It is.
Now,
he announces tariffs, market tanks. He announces, oh, we've come to a deal, the markets go up.
Yeah.
And who is playing the markets? His family. They are making a lot of money in the background, the Trump conglomerate, including Barron Trump. He was on X saying, hey, I made a lot of money selling Bitcoin, and I made a lot of money on this stock and that stock. He's posting on a regular basis, that where he's making money. And it's all because his grandfather well, no, it's his father, sorry. It's Melania's son, isn't it? Is making these announcements. He knows the announcements are coming. He buys, and then he sells when the announcement goes out.
I'd like to know who that guy that bet on Maduro getting caught. You know, oh, he made $500,000 on that Polymart or Cashier, the betting site.
Yeah,
Like, right, so wait. Yeah, that was anonymous.
exactly.
Somebody knew. All right, Richard Woolley, off subject. Have you seen the Gypsy King Tyson Fury around the Jomtien area?
No.
He's there training for a potential fight this year.
I like Tyson Fury.
Tyson Fury, wow.
He's a good boxer.
You wouldn't miss him because he's fairly tall, isn't he?
He's big.
Like, isn't he?
He's a big guy. He's like 6'6".
Yeah, like he's so he should stand out
here. If I saw him, believe me, I'd recognize him.
I haven't seen him, Richard. Mind you, wasn't looking for him. Didn't know he was here. So
yeah. Well, but now we do. We'll
you
put the
never
feelers
know.
out. Hey.
Stuart Lovell, gold is 48.18. Christ, that's up.
It
was
is
like
up.
44, 45. Just I don't know, not long ago.
It's going to break 5,000.
Something bad is coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Philip, hi. Brooke, U.S. money is actually printed on the same type of cloth as jeans and isn't paper at all. That's why it feels different than paper and doesn't disintegrate when it goes into the washer. Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
There you go. I call it paper money, meaning fiat. So yeah. But you're correct, I'm sure. Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Cooper, Brooke, and everyone else.
Good morning to you, Roger. Thank you for coming on the live stream.
Being a channel member. TT Expat, what do you reckon, Brooke? Deep in the money, 90 Delta, 75 strike, MicroStrategy calls, June 28 expiry, hedged with puts at the same strike.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now,
that's a long way
puts, like, if anything, I would buy the call, sell the put at the same, and then you haven't got a lot tied up in it. But so last night I looked and I was pretty well, I didn't do it, but was thinking heavily about it because the Junes just came out now. So that's way out. That's over 2 years out, the leaps. And I was going to sell 100 shares and buy 2 options at the same strike price, 160. Sell at 160. I could buy 2 at $80 each. So, now my break even would be 240, but that's 2.5 years out.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't. I'll just, I might still, we'll see. But yeah, that's an idea. Rick Price reminds me about ChatGPT. I asked it yesterday what the price of gold was. It kept insisting it was in the 2000s. Well, isn't that up to date? ChatGPT. Go ahead and ask Grok what it says. Like a person with incorrect facts. I kept asking it to look at Yahoo Finance. You don't always get the correct answers out of these. I've caught even Grok the odd time.
I have.
But the funny thing with Grok, I'll correct it, and then, oh, yes, sorry, you're right. It does come back, and,
it fact checks it.
Yeah, it fact checks itself, so.
Yeah, because I asked Grok last year because I was hoping MicroStrategy was going to get in the S&P 500. And the betting odds had it in favor of getting in the S&P 500. First time I've known the betting odds to be wrong on that.
Yeah.
But it kept trying to tell me who its favorite picks were for the S&P 500. And they were already in the S&P 500. I'm like, Grok,
Jesus.
They got in 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Tell me who's going to get in next week. Who you think is going to get accepted in the S&P 500 next week. And it will come back and say, it'd take about 2 minutes of fact checking itself and come back. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. They did get in,
No, I exclusively use Grok. And honestly, guys, listen, here's another tip. Start using these LLMs, large language models, because like ChatGPT, I think Gemini is the Google version. Grok is Elon version. They're very, very helpful.
Yeah.
So I use it, and I do a lot of what I call, give me the resistant levels for Tesla, for Strategy, for Mara. And that's where, because I want to sell calls and I want to know where the resistance levels are. My nephew, who I spoke of, he uses Grok even more than I do to set his portfolio, and it analyzes. And the funny thing is, these damn things tend to get to know you. The more you talk to them, they go
have it in their memory and their history.
Brooke, being a 73-year-old Canadian, I recommend, it's unbelievable because it remembers from before when you mentioned that, right? So, and here's the thing, they're getting better all the time, Coop.
Yeah.
Like the new versions come out and they're usually a 10x better than the old. So look out.
Well, here's how I deal with Grok now. I've sort of found a workaround. When I ask it a question, I will then ask it to fact check itself to see if it's currently up to date. And it does. And several times it's come back and said, I've just fact checked myself and I was wrong on the first assessment.
I gotta try that. Good. Yeah.
But it works.
Works.
So when you ask it something in regards to the market or betting odds or whatever, say what the answer comes out, fact check yourself, see if that's current and up to date. And it will. And you can do it on voice. You don't have to type. You can click on the button and then you just talk to it, and it'll talk back to you rather than you having to read it or type it.
That's what my nephew's doing exclusively, is talking to Grok.
Yeah,
and having long conversations, and he's understanding and he's getting it. Like that kind of blew me away.
Yeah,
I thought
it annoys the hell out of my wife, darling, because when we're on a long drive, I've got my phone connected to Grok and I'm having a conversation with Grok and an argument with it.
Technology, guys.
Yeah. He says where it was showing 4,000s, from 2000 to 4,000, it refused to believe the facts.
He's talking about ChatGPT here. Yeah, I don't.
Whereas Grok, you can ask it to fact check itself.
Good. Robert Pierpont, Coop, China made exporting silver illegal. Silver is $15 an ounce more expensive in China, and it's even higher than that in India and the Middle East. Now, both those countries are huge into buying gold and silver for the public.
Yeah.
Like, they tremendous demands. And I think it's a way for citizens in those countries to save their wealth, so to speak.
Yeah.
They don't trust the government money printers. China needs their silver for manufacturing. Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah. Now, Robert, I got something interesting to reply to that. Okay. On the other side of the fence, they did the same with steel. They made it illegal to export steel.
Who did?
China.
Wow.
They were hoarding the hell out of it and made it illegal because they wanted to drive the price of steel down for the West and make everybody buy Chinese steel at a premium. And they did. They cornered the steel market. It put a steel company out of business in Wales, in England. There was a big, huge steel company. They've been going for like 100 years, Brooke.
Yeah.
And the British government wanted to bail the company out, but there was a lot of hoo-ha about it. I'm sure some of my British company subscribers, they know the company I'm referring to. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But yeah, they went under because they couldn't compete. Just could not compete and made them go bankrupt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Yeah. Dying industries.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily believe in government bailouts.
So this is not the first time China's done that.
No.
They did it with steel, and it wouldn't surprise me if they do it with silver too. Because they put that ban on that they couldn't do it, and then all of a sudden lifted the ban overnight, and they flooded the market and made trillions, absolutely trillions.
Price. It told me that it was not the spot price. It said spot price was in the. Well, then tell it next time, Rick. Go buy me some. Well, yeah, here's the money.
He says I started getting upset with it. A huge argument ensued. Laughing out
fighting
loud.
with the ChatGPT. Laughing out loud.
That's why I like Grok.
Mike Doty and Little Mike got a question unrelated. I've been seeing there are at least 2 people that went to Pattaya and are now missing. Is this something that happens frequently? Is it safe for single travelers? They're probably shacked up with a lady they met. And
here's something that happens out here. Pattaya is a big party area. Okay, it's 2 miles to 3 miles away from Jomtien, depending on what side of Jomtien you live on, which is the retirement community where Brooke and I live. Here's what happens. You get the young bucks, they go out, they get drunk, and then they go out on the beach and they're going to go for a swim. And they'll go out and they'll do skinny dipping or whatever the heck. And they get a cramp, they're drunk, they drown.
Okay.
And it happens
Pulled out to
every
sea.
year. Every year. Pulled out to sea, they find their bodies several days later. And unfortunately, that's what happens. You know, don't mix swimming and drinking. If you're going to drink, don't swim.
Yeah.
That's simple.
Could be traveling, you know, maybe they've gone up to Chiang Mai, or maybe they're in the province with a girl they met. You know, there could be other reasons. You know, they might show up
That's
later.
number one, though, that happens.
Well, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, when somebody's missing, they're probably drowned.
Now, so in our 3 years here,
Mhm.
I don't know of anybody who's gone missing. I haven't heard
Oh,
of
I
any. Okay, well,
Yeah.
so you follow the news maybe.
Yeah.
You know, the people I hang with and, you know, other expats.
Oh, in our community, no.
No, in our
No.
community. Occasionally, and this is rare, someone passes. But it's mostly in the 3 years I've been here, not from accidents, but more from a health issue. You know, heart attack and
Yeah.
But that's rare. Lecture drums, there is no AI without silver. Yeah, it's used in
Until
everything.
technology
I think
changes.
every chip has silver in it.
Till technology changes.
Yeah.
It'll change just like they did when they went from copper to fiber optics for internet. And that's why you're able to have these fantastic speeds. You remember back in the day when we had dial-up, folks.
Yeah.
It took forever for it to connect, and you'd hear you
And you
remember
thought
that
this
noise?
was great. Look at all this. Look what it gives you.
It would take 5 minutes
Yeah.
to load a single page.
But it still was great because you never would have seen that before.
Exactly. And then the world switched over to fiber optics, and we have 5G, 6G is on the way. Thailand's already announced they're starting to gear up for 6G now. Already now, and other countries around the world ain't even thinking about it yet. But Thailand's already starting to gear up for 6G.
My ex-wife said to me many years ago, it was in the 90s, honey, you think we should get one of these computers that everybody's talking about? I said, hell no, that's just a fad. And then we ended up, you know, a year later getting one of them with that dial-up modem.
Yep.
And thinking this is great. Yeah, no.
You got
I think,
mail.
listen, with silver gold, I think, yeah, maybe call it bubble, call it what you want. It's at highs. I hate buying anything at a high. But I think copper might be still a decent buy, guys, because copper's they're gonna
It
need.
still has a lot of use cases, copper.
Well, and all these data centers they're supposedly going to build, I don't care if they're in outer space or not, you need copper.
Yeah.
You know, so
It's a good conduit for
Yeah.
electricity.
yeah. Vegas Chris, I go to either Pattaya or Phuket for 1 month every year. Well, good on you. And walking alone at even 2 a.m. in the morning, I feel more safe than I do in Vegas during the day.
And it is.
Bingo.
a
Yeah,
hell
it
of a
is
lot
true.
safer
True to
here.
that. Vegas Chris, I think when you make it to Thailand, Mike, and for as long as you use street smarts, you'll be just fine. Great advice. It's true. Yep. By the way, greetings CBD and gang. Greeting you from Lost Wages.
Good greetings to you too, Chris. And make sure you all come on Saturday's live stream because I got a great topic for you to discuss. And it's along those lines of safety in Thailand.
And then next
And
Tuesday,
what it's really like.
next Tuesday night at Fraser's is the meet and greet, correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
We're
so
only a
next
week away from
Tuesday,
the meet and greet.
Not even a week away, guys. At
less
6
than a week.
p.m.
7
we'll
days today.
We'll hope to see you all there.
Yeah.
Great turnout. Rick Price, was it called Yellowknife near Yukon because of the color of gold? Oh, that's a good point. I don't know where they got the name, but that's where it was. Way up in the north.
Yeah.
That was my first time when we were out fishing. We went out, I don't know, 5 o'clock. And it was midnight, Coop, and there was no difference in the daylight. But I remember looking at it, holy shit, it's midnight. We better get back to bed. You know what I mean? Like you're having fun fishing and the fish are biting. Big pike up there. Richard Duger, Bubba. Hello, you two from Alabama. Darlene said she will cut her hair if we get only 10 more likes.
Bubba, she's told you 100 times already. It's not 10 likes, it's 1 Bitcoin. You want her to cut her hair? She will. It's almost down to
Ooh.
the back.
Don't do it, Bubba. Don't
knees.
do it.
She said she'll cut it for you, but she wants 1 Bitcoin.
Bubba sent a picture to one of the guys the other day, and there was snow on the ground in Alabama. That's what poor guy's got to drive in. So haul your butt over here, Bubba. You'll love the weather.
Yeah, but my wife says she's not going to cut her hair until it hits the floor.
Good enough.
It already does when she's sitting in these chairs here at our dining table.
Sure.
It's on the floor.
Oh, yeah, I would believe it. Don't get caught tripping on it. Robert Pierpont can't take more than 10K worth of gold and silver out of the country without using a FinCEN Form 105.
Yep.
If you declare it with this form, you can take as much as you want. Not sure about import around the world. Yeah, well, it's just too much hassle, guys. Like, sure, I would do some jewelry maybe, but other than that, a couple of my gold bugs buddies, I said, well, how are you going to get that out of your country, whether it's Canada, US, Australia? I said, you better get some melted down. Oh, no, they track everything. You know what I mean? Like, well, shit.
Yeah.
So even you take it to the melter, smelter, whatever, they're going to track you.
Well, I noticed something here in Thailand. I have gold from America, and they will not buy it. I could not sell it in Thailand for love or money.
Really?
Nope, they want Thai gold only.
Thai gold only. Now that's interesting.
They wouldn't touch it.
Or they're going to buy it for a hell of a discount, which you wouldn't sell.
No, I asked the jewelers, what's this worth?
Not interested. They probably wouldn't have a buyer for it. That's why. They're into buy and sell.
Yeah.
So,
and they said, no, only Thai gold.
gotcha. No,
Why?
makes
It's a
sense.
different color. The Thai gold is a lot more yellow than our gold in America.
It's a different percentage, isn't it?
Well, it's almost 24 karat.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's like 23.8 karat or something like
So,
that.
and what's the U.S. gold?
18 to 21,
Okay,
14,
gotcha.
you can get 9 karat gold, you know. But the gold I had was 21 karat.
Okay.
And they said, won't touch it. And it was a gold silver dollar, a gold, remember they came out with the silver dollar?
Yeah.
They brought out a limited gold dollar. And
what is it, a 1 ounce coin?
1 ounce coin.
Oh, shit, that's worth, that should be worth like damn near 4,800 then.
It is in the US.
Yeah.
But in Thailand, I wouldn't get $100 for it.
Oh,
They just wouldn't touch it.
I'll give you 200.
I bet you would. I ain't selling that. My old man gave it to me before he died, so I still have it to this day.
Steal it. Rick Price, ChatGPT finally agreed that it was wrong about the price of gold. I think it needs to grow up some more. Yeah.
They got to work on that one.
Crypto King, hello from Tennessee. I'm heavy into strategy, Bitcoin, Tesla. Well, same as me.
Yeah.
I've been down heavy since October, looking forward to a rebound. I appreciate what you all do and enjoy your content.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So crypto, take a look at options, you know, do your research, understand them. I sell calls to generate income through my, you know, premiums like Tesla right now. And through, you know, as we said, Grok, I find the resistance level at 500 as the strike price. Now I do short term, maybe 3 weeks, 4 weeks max at 500. And I collect a bit of premium every month that way to help live. Strategy, I do a similar, although you got to be a little more careful because I'm so far down on it, but yeah, you can do that. So take a look at your options.
FYI, Crypto King, I'm sure you already know this, but in case you don't, you need 100 shares to make one call.
Correct.
And he goes on to say,
hoping to join you guys in the land of smiles in a few years.
Okay.
It's always good to have a plan. If the market treats me right, within a year.
There we go. We'd all love that, wouldn't we?
Yeah,
the
we
market
think
to treat us right.
26, I think, will be a great year for Bitcoin by the end of the year.
25 was a wipeout, in my opinion.
Yeah, but
there was no bull run.
No, but I think with the clarity coming, we got a year now. It's January. It's not like it's October, November, December 26. No. So we got a year ahead of us. I think by the end of the year will be a positive for Bitcoin. Definitely, I think Tesla is gonna well on its way. So and you know, we'll see. Strategy should follow Bitcoin. So
yeah,
keep our fingers crossed. And Morton, there's Annie. Hey everyone, just curious, do you guys use the paid subscription versions of these AI helpers?
No,
I don't know.
I only use the free version.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm not paying for it yet because I think it's got some work needed in it. I do use Grok a lot for holidays, finding hotels and stuff like that. Whereas it would take me hours to research on the internet. I can ask it, you know, I want to be an hour away from the within an hour from the airport and within 30 minutes from the cruise port. Find me a hotel within this budget, yeah, with this view, and it will.
I do.
And I get the answers within 2 minutes maximum.
So Annie, I've never had a problem with the free version of Grok, which is all I use. I used to use Perplexity, but Grok wasn't out then. And now, and I've gone back to Perplexity, but boy, the amount of information with Grok is amazing to me compared. So, but anyways, the only subscriptions that I pay for, bar chart, because I use a lot of options and I want to get rid of the ads. So that's one. I think that runs me about $200 a year, Coop. Okay, maybe 170 a year. CNBC I like because we're 12-hour difference here. I do that, so I pay for that subscription. I think that's similar. That might be the $199 a year. And then I also subscribe to Invest Answers. That's James. But I do his basic monthly, the cheapest one. I think it's $15 a month, so maybe $180 for the year. But you'll get kind of daily updates and what he sees happening. And I've got a few tips. I've made some money with what he's coming. You know, he'll do a trade, and I'd maybe mirror it. But yeah, so that's the only three I do end up paying for. Yeah,
and I pay for none.
No,
I won't.
Netflix you pay for.
For market trading.
Oh,
yeah, I pay for none, and I don't pay for AI.
Good. Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor. Talk to text is great. Yeah, until you are from Texas and have a bad twang. What about North Texas?
I find Grok talk to text is excellent. It understands everything I say. I understand everything it says. Years ago, when you remember when they had the predictive text on your cell phone, and you'd be typing away, and it thinks you want to say something else rather than what you're trying to say.
Still does.
And then you go back and you read it before you hit send, and you're like, oh man, I got to go back and change this. This predictive text is driving me freaking nuts.
Robert Pierpont, all these AIs like Grok, Gemini, Chat are wrong more than they're right, even on easy questions, and they daydream and make up stuff. That has not been fixed for some reason. Still too unreliable. Occasionally I'll catch them, Robert, but for the most part, no, I get pretty accurate.
Depends on how technical you want to get.
Yeah.
The more technical it is, the more that it's skewed with its answers on a lot of these. For example, the gold price, you know. And if you keep it sort of basic, you know, maybe you're looking to book a flight to come to Thailand, it'll tell you that, you know, one of the best carriers to use, you know, to save you money, you know, and things like that. It's very good. It's better than Price Compare, you know. It'll tell you a cheap cruise to go in your area if you're looking to get into the cruise ship travel industry like I like. It's good in that respect. But again, with Grok, all you have to do is ask it to fact check itself.
Okay.
I do it every time.
I've never done that, but I might look at that.
Yeah, I'll say, give me your reply and fact check it. And it does.
Imagine all that being free.
Yep.
Rick Price, the name Yellowknife comes from the indigenous Dene people. Yeah, they were originally up there. The Aboriginals who lived in the area. European explorers in the 1700s met the Dene and noticed that they used tools made from copper.
Copper's been around a long time.
Yeah.
A hell of a long time. Yeah.
Rick Price, the copper had a yellowish tint, so the outsiders started calling them the Yellow Knives. You probably got that off of Grok.
Yeah. Should we believe that?
Rick Price, should we believe that? Yeah, I would believe that.
It makes
Yeah.
It's
Robert
plausible.
Pierpont at Mike Doty. Look into Murder Island in Thailand. It's Koh Tao. They call it this because people die there, but it's really just young and dumb tourists that do dumb crap there.
Mhm.
They are not murdered. Yeah.
Yeah, like jumping off the cliffs.
Or getting drunk at 2 in the morning and getting on your scooter and trying to, hey, do a wheelie, watch me,
Yeah. Every year they found about 10 bodies there on that island, Koh Tao, because the youngsters in their 20s are trying to jump the cliffs.
Oh.
It's like a challenge. Somebody put it on TikTok once, and it got millions and millions of views of these people jumping the cliff because there's sheer rocks down below. And if you don't jump far enough, you're hitting those rocks. And that's it. It's game over. And every year, these young bucks come and they try the challenge, jump the Koh Tao cliff.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah. And that's why it got nicknamed Murder Island.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're going to do it, it'll kill you.
Roger Walker, freezing rain and snow in North Alabama this weekend.
Ooh, you can keep it.
Somebody sent me pictures of Florida with snow.
Mm.
I mean, Naples, Florida got snow. That's never happened in my, sure, northern Florida, yeah, it's quite a big state.
Yeah.
But that southern Naples area, don't ever remember that happening.
And Bubba says,
I got my new Speedo for the swimming pool. Good. Well, we'll see you in it when you get here, Bubba. I got my new Speedo for Thailand. Can't wait to get in the pool with you guys. Yeah.
Well,
do that,
you got to book a ticket, Bubba.
Yeah.
And until you book a ticket, you can do whatever you want with those Speedos.
Bubba has a very hectic life.
I know.
Plans change daily.
I know. I booked the ticket, Coop. I'm coming. No, I'm not.
We'll hope to see you, Bubba. Rick Pease, still on track for July 15th, retiring to Thailand. Good plan, Rick.
Yep.
Crossing my fingers the housing market doesn't go down too far before I get out of the Washington state.
You're in a good state there.
Yeah,
Washington,
July.
a lot of people want to live there.
Put a long closing. Get it sold now if you're concerned, Rick, with a long closing date for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
you can do that. You can actually put it on the market now with the sale date of, a change of ownership on July 15th.
You'll be coming in low season, Rick.
Yeah.
So you'll get a fantastic rent only guys here to start. They're building everywhere, right, Coop?
Oh, heck.
So
like
you won't
no
have
tomorrow.
You won't have a shortage of rentals, especially during low season. So, and tourism's down this year, they say. So we'll see.
People are hurting with all these damn tariffs.
I think the worldwide, maybe.
Yeah.
Terry Fallon, there he is. Hey guys, I'm late to the party. Want to congratulate Alfa Romeo on the big win in the go-kart race. He's still number one. Well done. I hope everyone else had a fantastic time.
I'll tell you what, that Alfa Romeo could not wait till the end of the race to get his girlfriend pinned to take a picture, and he put it straight on our Facebook page.
I think he said he was losing, and then Johnny Poulos was winning, and
he
took him out.
He knocked him out.
Took him out of the race.
He couldn't beat him fair and square, so he
like
took him out.
A professional driver would do in NASCAR. You take out the leader. And
that sounds like a Trump move to me.
Okay. Mike Doty and Little Mike. Robert, that's crazy. I'll look into it. I figured it was just stupid decisions.
What's he referring to?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Probably Grok or one of them.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy the Tominator. There he is. Yeah. Hi, Cooper, Brooke, and Tubers. I use TradingView for charting. Okay.
That's a good site.
I use bar chart, but I'll check that out,
TradingView
Tommy.
is a good site. I've checked it out.
And here's something I saw. It came up on Instagram just, when I was scrolling. It's called Tasty Trade. Now, I've heard of these guys for several years. It's a platform to trade stocks.
Okay.
And options. Apparently, it's one of the best for options, meaning I think it's zero commission on stocks and $1 a contract, which I pay $1.25 now. So Tasty Trade. But here's what was interesting. A Canadian can't get it for some reason.
One of those things, yeah.
Well, yeah, but a Filipino can.
Yeah.
So she can get it. My wife, Jackie, can get it for the Philippines. And so bingo. Probably look at that.
But TradingView is excellent if you're doing call options.
Okay.
Because it'll give you the spread. You know, whether you want to go 1 week out, 2 weeks out, a month out, 3 months out, even. You know, or a year out. You can go as far as a year out on TradingView, and it'll give you the spread.
So it's a platform you can trade on. Probably.
It's an information platform.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's
so
what
it gives you the information that you're
Thanks
looking
for that,
for.
Tommy. I'm going to check that out.
Yeah,
TradingView.
James from Invest Answer uses it.
Oh, well then,
Yeah,
okay.
he
James
recommended it, and I checked it out.
Neither's Tommy, so there's two good referrals. Bad Wrongo. I use the paid models for OpenAI and Claude.
Okay.
Well, there you go. But I work in CSIT. Okay. Between the two, probably saves me 30 hours of work every week, worth $40 a month.
Yeah.
And really, when you figure that out, when you get that type of time saving per week, yeah. So there is,
That's why a lot of these companies are not taking interns as much as they used to in the past.
No hiring.
IT can do it. I mean, sorry, AI can do it for them.
Yeah.
A lot quicker, and a lot more cost savings.
Bingo.
So that's why you see, you know, the jobs report not coming back very good, because a lot of companies are using AI now. It's replaced the, you know, the menial workers.
I think if you're working and it's then it's just like one of your tools of the trade.
Yeah.
With guys my age, 73, retired, I probably don't need the paid models for the amount of, you know, information I'm looking to garner.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. Terry Fallon from Bancroft. The last time that I raced the go-kart, I was going so fast I broke something in the drive line. Oops. That was a lot of years ago.
Well,
Romeo
will take you on anytime you want.
You'll revisit the track when you and the wifey get here, Terry, and you'll have fun doing it. And the tracks are nice here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
and Darlene and I went out to race each other, only her and I on the track. Because when you have like 20 people on the track, you're getting slowed down.
Sure.
Somebody's going to be slower in front of you, and you're not going to get a good lap time. And she was disappointed she couldn't break the 1 minute barrier for getting around the track. I said, come on, just me and you only. We'll go around the track. I said, there'll be nobody blocking you. Don't worry about it. And she did. She got it in 59.8 seconds.
Wow.
Yeah.
She set the goal and did it.
She did. She's very happy with herself.
All right, Rick Price. Grok just told me that Darlene won the go-kart race and that Alpha came in last because he had a Jet GBT advertising logo on his cart. Well, don't believe everything that comes out of those search engines. Roger with a D. The shorts due end of January are at 100K. Wowzer.
Ooh, so there you go. There's a very good chance Bitcoin's going to go to 100K and knock out those shorts. Yeah.
We'll see. Terry Fallon, Coop, I came up with a great plan. House exchange. I'll take your pool villa next winter, and you get a romantic cabin in the Canadian wilderness. There will be wood there for the stove, but you'll have to shovel the driveway. Thoughts?
Not on your Nelly. My thoughts and my answer.
I hope I never see snow again.
But I can tell you one thing. My wife would probably say yes, okay, but only for one winter.
Yeah.
She really wants to see snow.
She'd last about 3 days.
I mean, we went to Iceland on a cruise a little over a year ago. You remember that, right?
Yep.
We saw snow. It was in the mountains, but she didn't see it on the land where we were, or be able to walk in the snow, even though it was freaking cold. It was 3 degrees. You know, it was freaking cold. And she sat on the balcony on the cruise ship till like 2 o'clock in the morning looking for Aurora Borealis, and finally found it. Okay. But yeah, I don't like the snow.
No, you wouldn't want to be where Terry is in the winter. Trust me.
Bancroft, Ontario?
Well, it's the snow.
Yeah.
We're not talking like inches. We're talking feet.
Yeah.
Up in that neck of
with
the
a snow dress? Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. Now, you know, he's got his wood set aside. He's probably, you know, got the deer in the freezer, maybe the moose. So he's okay, you know.
Yeah.
If he gets snowed in for a week, you're okay.
Now, Terry, do you have a snowmobile? Let me know in the comments below.
He'd have a snowmobile.
If he's got a snowmobile, I might take him up for one winter. We'll trade places for one winter.
He's got a few rifles over the mantle plate.
Oh, there we go. I definitely.
Coop, I came up with a okay.
Yeah. Next comment.
Mike Doty and Little Mike, I was referring to people jumping off of cliffs. Okay,
Yes.
just crazy and dumb. Yep.
Yeah.
But when you are young, you think you are immortal.
See, I knew that story already, Mike. You're speaking to the choir here. You know, we live here and we see the Thai news every single day. Well, I do. Brooke doesn't. He's more into his market news than he is in his Thai news, which is understandable. He does a lot of trading. I don't. I just buy and hodl.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I don't do a lot of trade. I do options.
You do options trading.
But they'll expire and then I rotate them. So typically every 2 weeks, I've got something expiring, 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah.
But on the Thai news, we hear it almost every month. Somebody's jumped off the cliff and ain't made it and hit the rocks down below.
Yeah.
Brooke is 110% right, Thai Bob. In regards to what?
Everything. He's referring to everything, okay?
No.
Even the bet you don't want to make them on.
No,
correct.
I'm not giving you 2-to-1. I'll give you 1-to-1.
No, you won't. Terry Fallon, what was the best lap time in the go-kart race this time?
Okay, so
56.
Alfa Romeo had 53 point, I think 8.
Shit,
I think it was
that low.
And then what's his name? Giovanni came in second place, and his was I believe it was 55.8 or something.
Okay,
and then I came in at 56.1.
Well done.
Was my fastest lap.
You're a little heavier than those guys.
I am. Yeah. I got 20 kilos on those guys, you know, so. And it makes a difference because when you're going around, coming out of a corner, the more weight that's on the cart, the longer it takes to accelerate and get back up to speed.
Well, Romeo, he doesn't eat for 3 days before he goes there, so he's fasting. Get the weight down. Rick Price, a romantic fireplace and bearskin rug awaits.
Yeah.
Rick Price, and the sound of wolves howling outside.
And owls, barn owls.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
I remember them.
Antruck Morton, say the go-kart roads are better than the city roads. Laughing out loud, priorities, or more like accessibility. Yeah, the go-kart roads are, on the new ones we go to, are good.
Yeah, no motorbikes, no scooters. You haven't got to watch out.
The majority of roads here are good.
Yeah.
You know, you get off the beaten track sometimes back, whatever.
We drove all the way down to Ao Nang. The roads were fantastic.
It's like being in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolute fantastic roads out here in Thailand.
Robert Pierpont, Cash App had a deal in December. Buy any amount of Bitcoin and they will give you $10 in Bitcoin for free. So I bought $20 worth just now, got the free $10 worth. Hey, I'll take it. Okay.
Yeah. Took a little while to get it, but he got it.
There's a good idea now.
Yeah.
Hang on for dear life. Terry Fallon, Cyclops. I've had several snowmobiles over the years, just sold one. If you want to do the trade, I'll make sure that I have one here waiting for you.
You have to ask the wife there,
Now,
Terry.
see, if you offered the trade in July, that'd be different. It's probably lovely up there during the, you know, June, July, August months. But yeah, and maybe the spring and fall would be decent.
Well, I've told Darlene, I said 1 year I want to take her to Canada just to see Canada because it's beautiful countryside up there.
It is. Yeah.
Beautiful countryside. I've never been in Canada. I've been across the Rockies, but I never went up the Rockies to go over the Canadian side.
I would book a train out of BC and I would take it as far as you can to the east coast of Canada.
Yeah.
Just stay on that, sleep on it, pay the bills, and you'll see a lot of the country, you know.
Now, did you ever come across the Rockies into the U.S.?
No, no, I haven't. I used to go to Florida through Toronto. I'd drive through Windsor, you know, but that's states. But I flew into British Columbia many times.
Yeah,
but
because there's a beautiful place there at the bottom of the Rockies. It's a big motorcycle event every year run by Easy Riders called Sturgis.
Sturgis, yeah, I've heard.
And I've been there twice. Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, and
it was in my younger days. I was 20, 21 when I went to Sturgis. Yeah, and I loved it. It was fantastic. You had all different motorcycle gangs, but yet there was no fights between the motorcycle gangs. You had the Hells Angels, you had the Aryan Brotherhood, you know, all these different motorcycle gangs all turn up there. But for that week, There was no violence.
So there's
None.
a little waterfront town called Port Dover in southern Ontario, and every Friday the 13th throughout the year, there's thousands of motorbikes. Now, this little hamlet probably has maybe 800 to 1,000 people.
Why Friday the 13th?
Well, it's just what it is.
Okay.
It started off, I don't know, years ago. So, and they do it in December, January, February. You could have a foot of snow called for, and there'll be thousands of, probably more in the summers. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
Check it out. Rocket. Nomad Jack, take Darlene to Japan. Lots of snow in some parts there.
Yeah, that's not far.
Japan's probably,
Yeah, they get a lot of snow in the winter. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're getting down here now. What are we at? An hour and a half. That's the term sandbagger. Biggest Chris, the train from Vancouver to Toronto is the most beautiful 5 days you can ever spend at the right time of year. There you go. That's the one.
I'd love to do the train.
Amazing beauty along the train route.
That would be my number one.
Now, I'd keep going. I'd go to Montreal. It's quite, beautiful. Quebec City is very historic. And if you can get down to the East Coast, down to PEI, and I think there's trains that'll take you,
Now, can you buy a pass for this train, like a 30-day
probably
pass?
could.
So you can come on and off?
You'd have to do, you'd have to research, but I'm sure you could.
Okay. Because that would interest me, going on the sleeper train.
Yeah.
I did it with Amtrak in the U.S.
Well, in these trains, there's a lot have the viewing canopy, like it's like a glass.
That's nice.
Yeah, bubble.
Yeah.
And that way you see everything just looking up at the.
That's where the restaurant was in Amtrak.
Bingo.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And say your goodbyes, folks, because we're wrapping up right now. We're going to read the last two comments, and that's going to be it for today until Saturday when I'm back on the show. And we'll talk about everything Thailand and good conversation piece on Saturday that I'm sure you guys are going to enjoy.
Yep.
Good chat about it.
Hey, Fallon, visit Canada, Coop. Beautiful country, beautiful scenery, and so many natural attractions. Yeah,
I do.
He's absolutely right.
I would like, my brother lives in Buffalo. So I told him I'd meet him at the Niagara Falls.
Yep.
Because there's a bridge and he can come over the bridge. I can go to
Darlene,
the bridge.
you'd be blown away with Niagara Falls. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rick Price. Okay, never mind about sandbagger. That was a term from golf and poker. Nothing to do with adding weight to the go-karts.
You need to do that, don't we?
Mike Doty and Little Mike. Peace and God bless you. Great show, guys.
And thank you, Mike, and everybody watching.
Terry Fallon, thanks, guys. See you on Saturday Live. Have a great week. Brooke, you're looking back to your old self. Correctamundo.
You are. You got the right color in your face now. You were looking a bit grayish.
Yeah, still down 10 kilos, so that's good. Healthy.
There you go.
Yep. Feeling better. Biggest Chris.
What?
52 likes. What the?
Come on, guys.
Pound
it. It's
people.
free. It doesn't cost a penny. Come on, pound it. If you haven't done it yet, do it now, please. It does help the channel. And if you enjoyed this, you guys come on here on a regular basis and hi, and we have a good conversation. You always say hi. Please do it, guys. It's free. It doesn't cost a penny.
Now, one thing, Coop, before we go. Look, guys, hang in there on the markets. If they're down again tonight, in a kind of way I'm hoping a bit.
How's Bitcoin right now?
It'll come up. Hang on. What's it at? 88.9. So
okay, it's gone up $100.
Yeah,
it's hanging in there. Okay.
But no, it could be a great buying opportunity if the markets open up down, because I think by the end of the day, they'll jump back. So
I hope so.
Yeah. If you got some dry powder and you want a DCA, now just, be careful. Look for the top stocks. I like the Teslas, the Broadcoms, Solana's down. There's Nvidia's down. Like, hello, there's
Tesla's down.
MicroStrategy so many
down.
What I would say great companies that are on sale. Maybe pick up, and you can do with 5 or 10 shares, guys. You don't got to go crazy. And yeah.
But one thing I will say before we log off, Brooke, Yield Max Fund Misty had a great week last week. So I'm expecting a decent payout.
Okay, let's hope so.
To be announced on Wednesday, and I'm thinking it's going to be between 45 and 50 cents.
Down like a bugger yesterday.
Yeah, so I think we're on the way back up for that one. They've
Let's hope so.
straightened a lot of things out. And Rich Price says, luxury train, wonderful views and comfort. I'd love to do it. Today
Vegas.
was a bye for me from Vegas.
Good.
Chris and David Lowe with the last one. He was at the go-kart race last night. Says,
Go to ROI. If you click that like button, return on your investment.
there
Yes.
you go. If you want a good return on
Thank
your
you, David.
investment, click that like button and make all of us smile. Until next week, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Enjoy the outro where we show you some beautiful places here in Thailand. Some of our personal favorites. It's all in the outro. So watch it till the end. And maybe you'll see some future places you'd like to visit here in the land of smiles. Till then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
And come
God
to
bless you
Thailand.
all.
You'll love it.
And stay tuned.
Stay
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thai-adventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai-adventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad Thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thai-adventure. Oh, what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai-adventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cool.